Can a Kia really compete with Mercedes-Benz and BMW when it comes to post-warranty reliability? It's the question that has luxury car buyers scratching their heads, especially when they discover that some of the most dependable luxury sedans don't wear the badges you'd expect. Today, I'm breaking down the luxury sedans that won't break your bank account after the warranty expires. Starting with number 5, a car so underrated that its discontinuation might be the automotive industry's biggest mistake. Number 13, Kia 900. The Kia K900 has always been something of a mystery car. Quiet, understated, but packing a punch where it counts. With a starting price of $59,900, this luxury sedan aimed directly at heavyweights like the Mercedes-Benz EClass. And while the badge didn't scream prestige, the experience behind the wheel told a different story entirely. Under the hood, a 3.3-liter twin-turbocharged V6 delivers 365 horsepower and a generous 376 pound-feet of torque, kicking in at just 1,1300 RPM. That means immediate power, smooth acceleration, and surprisingly athletic performance for a car that weighs 4,662 pounds. The 8-speed automatic transmission, paired with all-wheel drive, gave it both poise and control, especially in rain-soaked city streets or icy winter mornings. Inside, the K900 didn't play catch-up. It led in comfort. Premium materials wrapped the cabin, technology was intuitive, and the attention to detail matched what's found in brands twice the price. The quietness inside was eerie, in the best way possible, turning every drive into a floating, isolated experience. Kia may have struggled to shake the image of economy cars, but the K900 wasn't designed to chase approval. It was built for those who look past nameplates and care about true value, comfort, and innovation. Even though production stopped, the legacy of the K900 still lingers. It's one of those rare cars that made people whisper, "Wait, that's a Kia?" And for those who knew, that was exactly the point. Number 12, Infiniti Q70. With the 2025 Infiniti QX80, subtlety is replaced with swagger. This full-size SUV doesn't whisper luxury, it announces it. Starting at $84,445 and stretching to $112,590 for the fully loaded autograph trim, it's Infiniti's sharpest take yet on upscale utility. The design pulls cues from the QX monograph concept, with bold proportions, a wide grille, and dramatic LED lighting elements that span across the front and rear. Performance comes from a 3.5-liter twin-turbo V6, cranking out 450 horsepower and 516 pound-feet of torque, paired with a smooth 9-speed automatic transmission. Acceleration is swift, 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 6.1 seconds, but it's the silence in the cabin and the restrained engine noise that give this vehicle its refined edge. Towing capacity? A confident 8,500 pounds, outmuscling rivals like the Cadillac Escalade and Mercedes GLS class. Step inside and the transformation is immediate. The cabin is layered with premium materials, a 3-screen layout including dual 14.3-inch displays, and available luxuries like massage seats in both the first and second rows. Need to cool a rear passenger without lifting a finger? An infrared sensor detects rising body temps and sends cool air their way, automatically. Standard tech includes a 14-speaker Klipsch sound system with an optional 24-speaker upgrade. Even the third row gets heated seats. And with ambient lighting in 64 colors, a cooled center console, and hands-free driving via ProPilot Assist 2.1, the QX80 isn't trying to follow the luxury crowd. It's building its own lane. Number 11, Toyota Avalon. The 2025 Toyota Avalon doesn't shout, it whispers confidence. Beneath its sleek frame is a 3.5-liter V6 engine pushing 301 horsepower. That's the kind of power that doesn't just move, it glides, delivering 22 miles per gallon in the city and 32 on the highway. This car isn't about flash, it's about presence. With a length of nearly 197 inches and a width of 73.4, the Avalon brings full-size sedan luxury into everyday life without overdoing it. Step inside and the cabin feels like a calm, quiet lounge. High-quality materials wrap around passengers, while the infotainment system keeps things lively, whether syncing phones or streaming playlists. But where the Avalon truly shines is in its safety. Toyota's Safety Sense suite covers everything from pre-collision alerts to lane tracing assist. This car wasn't just built for the driver, it was built for peace of mind. And here's what makes it even more intriguing. Priced from around $80,300, AE $295,000, it's going head-to-head with big names like the Audi Q7 and BMW X5, yet still delivers a quiet kind of refinement that appeals to those who know value when they see it. Meanwhile, platforms like Yalla Motor are changing the game entirely, offering car comparisons, 360-degree inspections, and tools to sell your vehicle for free. With more than 500,000 monthly buyers and over 200 cars sold daily, this isn't just another listing site. It's becoming the Middle East's car marketplace kingpin. Number 10. Volvo S90. The Volvo S90 arrives with a quiet confidence, carrying a price tag that stretches from $59,495 for the B6 Plus to $72,395 for the T8 Ultra. Its proportions play tricks, offering rear seat space on par with full-size luxury sedans while slotting into the mid-size price bracket. Underneath the sculpted hood sits a turbocharged four-cylinder, paired with a 48-volt mild hybrid system, churning out 295 horsepower in the B6 and propelling the S90 from 0 to 60 miles per hour in about 6.4 seconds. Opt for the plug-in hybrid T8, and electric motors boost output significantly, slashing that sprint to around 4.5 seconds and earning up to 66 mpge combined. Cruising at highway speeds, the S90 returns a real-world 29 mpg, with EPA estimates ranging between 26 and 30 mpg combined. Ride quality leans toward firmness. Road imperfections whisper through the cabin more insistently than in rivals, but handling feels sure-footed, aided by standard all-wheel drive. The steering carries a deliberate weight, reinforcing a sense of control even if it sacrifices a little engagement. Step inside, and the S90's greatest strength becomes evident: an interior crafted from open-pore wood, genuine leather, and brushed metal. Front seats adjust in 14 ways, while rear passengers luxuriate in space that rival full-size models. All functions channel through a 9-inch touchscreen, running Volvo's Android-based infotainment. Over-the-air updates keep software fresh, though hunting through digital menus for simple tasks can feel cumbersome. Standard driver assists span automated emergency braking, adaptive cruise control, and lane keeping. A 4-year, 50,000-mile warranty pairs with 3 years of complimentary maintenance, sealing the S90's appeal for those who prize craftsmanship and safety over flash. Number 9. Genesis G80. The 2025 Genesis G80 doesn't just step into the luxury midsize game, it barges in like it owns the place. Priced between $58,595 and $78,495, it undercuts rivals like the BMW 5 Series and Mercedes-Benz EClass, yet delivers a cabin that feels suspiciously close to Bentley territory. Plush materials, seamless tech, and a 27-inch OLED screen that practically takes over the dash make it feel futuristic without being cold. Even the base 2.5-liter turbocharged engine serves up a respectable 300 horsepower, but for those who want real thrust, the 375 horsepower twin-turbo V6 cuts 0 to 60 times down to 4.9 seconds, or even faster with the 2025 tweaks. Now, don't be fooled by the sport badge. This isn't a canyon carver. It's a quiet, smooth operator that favors calm over chaos. The refreshed exterior brings a sharper grille and reworked bumpers, but it's that interior where Genesis flexes hardest. Touch-sensitive climate controls, a high-end Bang & Olufsen audio system, and heated front and rear seats, all standard in the right trim. And that rotary shifter? Let's just say not everyone's thrilled about guessing which circle changes gears. Fuel economy won't win trophies, 17 to 30 mpg depending on engine, but the payoff is comfort, silence, and serious road presence. Throw in a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty and smart park tech that can pull the car out of tight spaces while the driver watches from the sidewalk. And it's clear, this isn't just a luxury sedan. It's a warning shot across the bow of the establishment. Number 8. Acura RLX. The 2025 Acura TLX doesn't whisper performance. It growls it, loud and clear. Under the hood sits a 272 horsepower turbocharged VTEC engine for the standard trims, or a thundering 355 horsepower turbo V6 in the Type S. That power pairs with a 10-speed transmission tuned for quick clean shifts and an addictive throttle response. For those craving grip and control, the SH WAD system and adaptive damper system turn every corner into an opportunity. The Type S, with its Brembo front brakes and quad exhaust tips, isn't just a sedan. It's a street-legal adrenaline delivery system. Outside, the TLX makes its presence felt. The long sculpted hood, wide stance, and aggressive ACE spec styling radiate boldness. Jewel-eye LED headlights mimic natural daylight, while premium paints like Apex Blue and Majestic Black add $600 worth of shine that's hard to miss. Add copper alloy 20-inch wheels, and this machine commands the road without apology. Step inside and it's luxury with a bite. Ultra-suede sports seats, a flat-bottom steering wheel, and real aluminum trim create a cockpit that feels less car and more performance command center. The 17-speaker ELS Studio 3D audio system surrounds you with concert-level sound, while ambient lighting offers 24 driving-inspired themes, from the Vegas Strip to the Suzuka Circuit, starting at $45,400 for the FWD model and climbing to $58,050 for the Type S. The TLX backs up its looks with serious capability. Add wireless charging, Apple CarPlay, a surround view camera, and collision mitigation tech, and it becomes clear. This Acura isn't here to blend in, it's here to take over. Number 7. BMW 5 Series. When luxury meets cutting-edge tech and subtle athleticism, the result is the 2025 BMW 5 Series. It's not the razor-sharp sports sedan of yesteryear, but it's evolved into a rolling lounge for drivers who value refined comfort and clever innovation. Starting at $59,875, this mid-size executive cruiser now slots between the compact 3 Series and the opulent 7 Series, carving out its own identity with plush seating, a futuristic dashboard, and 3 powertrain options, including a 483-horsepower plug-in hybrid monster called the 550e. That hybrid setup blends a turbocharged inline-6 with an electric motor and standard all-wheel drive. It's good for a 0 to 60 time of just 4 seconds, matching the more traditional 540i xDrive's launch speed, which also packs a satisfying 375 horses under the hood. Even the base 530i, with its 255 horsepower turbo 4-cylinder, manages a brisk 5.5-second sprint. And while the steering may feel a bit muted, grip and braking are nothing short of impressive. In fact, the 530i slammed to a halt from 70 miles per hour in just 156 feet during testing. Inside, the experience is all about serenity. Veganza vegan leather or optional genuine hides wrap the roomy cabin, while a curved 14.9-inch infotainment screen and 12.3-inch gauge cluster run the show. Add in massage seats, a glass roof, and BMW's quirky Air Console video game system for those long charging breaks. At the top end, the 550e gives 34 miles of all-electric range on a full charge. For anyone craving a quiet, tech-heavy ride with the option to unleash serious power, the 5 Series isn't just competitive, it's cunning. Number 6. Lexus ES. The 2025 Lexus ES doesn't scream for attention, but it whispers luxury so confidently it doesn't have to. With prices starting at $43,315 and stretching up to $53,605, this sedan is the kind of quiet achiever that doesn't try to outshine the Germans, it just calmly undercuts them. It offers 3 powertrains, a smooth V6 with 302 horsepower, a 4-cylinder hybrid that sips fuel at 44 mpg combined, and a more basic 203 horsepower 4-cylinder with all-wheel drive. While the hybrid ES300H may not win drag races, it crushed fuel tests with 45 mpg on the highway. Better than advertised. Step inside, and it feels like a soundproof vault wrapped in quilted leather. Even at 75 miles per hour, the cabin stays whisper quiet. Both rows give enough legroom to keep knees happy. And while the rear seats don't fold down, the trunk offers a generous 17 cubic feet, more than its flashier rivals from Volvo and Acura. The ES350 Ultra Luxury trim is where Lexus hits its stride. For $52,205, it comes dressed with semi-aniline leather, a 12.3-inch infotainment screen, and a hands-free power trunk. There's also a rare black line special edition for those chasing exclusivity. Only 1,000 will be made. Still, this isn't a driver's car. Even the F-Sport handling variant, $49,175, fails to thrill like a BMW 5 Series, but it was never meant to. This is a commuter's sanctuary, not a canyon carver. Lexus has played it smart here, offering quiet elegance, real-world efficiency, and luxury that doesn't shout. Number 5. Tesla Model S. In a world where electric cars are getting flashier, faster, and far more luxurious, the 2025 Tesla Model S still manages to stand its ground. Even after over a decade on the road, it's clinging to relevance with brutal acceleration, clean lines, and a driving range that continues to shame many of its competitors. The base version, priced at $81,630, delivers 402 miles of EPA-estimated range. That's more than enough to make it a top contender for long-distance travelers, especially when rivals like the BMW i5 and Mercedes EQE can't crack that number. But if speed is the thrill, the Plaid model is the one that slaps reality in the face. 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 2.1 seconds and a ridiculous 120 horsepower. It costs $96,630, but it launches like it's trying to rip the pavement in half. Still, there's a sense that the Model S is coasting on past glory. The cabin? Minimalist, sure, but not exactly dripping with premium feel. And while that yoke-style steering wheel might look cool in photos, good luck trying a three-point turn in a crowded parking lot. Add in a giant screen for controls, no Apple CarPlay or Android Auto in sight, and it's clear the Model S plays by its own rules, not everyone's liking. Yet it's hard to argue with 127 mpg in the city and a silent cushioned ride that makes highway drives feel like floating. It's not the future anymore, but it's still fast enough to outrun it. Number 4. Porsche Panamera. Stepping into the world of the 2025 Porsche Panamera reveals a luxury sedan that truly embodies its sports car lineage. It starts at a substantial $104,795. Yet for that investment, one gains a vehicle that prioritizes driving thrills and practicality, earning it a spot on Car and Driver's Editor's choice list. Beneath the hood, a turbocharged 2.9-liter V6 churns out 348 horsepower, sending power through an 8-speed dual-clutch automatic. For those seeking more punch, the GTS model flexes a twin turbocharged V8 with 493 horsepower, while the plug-in hybrid variants, like the 4SE hybrid, astonishingly boost output to 536 horsepower. The Panamera's cabin is a marvel of modern design, featuring a screen-heavy dashboard that can boast up to 3 separate displays, a 12.6-inch digital gauge cluster, a 10.9-inch central infotainment touchscreen, and an optional 10.9-inch screen for the passenger. While the ride is notably firmer than some luxury sedan rivals, it delivers the sporty handling expected from its pedigree. Despite its impressive performance, the vehicle is practical, offering comfortable seating for 4 or 5 and a large trunk, making it suitable for daily errands or extended trips. Fuel economy for the base model sits at 21 miles per gallon combined, with the e-hybrid models expected to deliver around 30 miles of electric range. Number 3. Mercedes-Benz EClass. The 2025 Mercedes-Benz EClass isn't chasing trends, it's setting standards. At first glance, it carries the unmistakable elegance Mercedes is known for, but inside, it's a masterclass in comfort, technology, and finesse. Starting at $63,600, the E350 is powered by a 255 horsepower turbocharged 4-cylinder paired with a mild hybrid system. That setup hits 60 miles per hour in 5.8 seconds, but those wanting a little more adrenaline might look to the E450. That one comes with a silky inline-6 that pushes out 375 horsepower and slashes the 0 to 60 time to just 4.4 seconds. All while still managing 35 miles PG on the highway. What's truly compelling is how effortlessly this car blends brains with beauty. The optional pinnacle trim turns the E-Class into a rolling concert hall with a 17-speaker Burmester sound system and ambient lighting that feels more luxury lounge than sedan. The dash tech is loaded, including an augmented reality navigation system and, yes, even a selfie camera. Whether that's genius or ridiculous depends on the driver. For those who missed the coupe and convertible, they've now been replaced by the CLE class, but the E-Class sedan holds its own with poise. Despite its sleek appearance, the trunk space is modest at 13 cubic feet, less than the BMW 5 Series, but that's about the only major trade-off. Add in all-wheel drive for $2,500 on the E350, and you get better grip in rough weather without sacrificing the ride. The E-Class isn't just one of the best luxury mid-size sedans. It's the benchmark others are still trying to reach. Number 2. Lexus LS. The Lexus LS once redefined what luxury sedans could offer without bulldozing a bank account. But today, it's feeling its age next to the flashier, faster, and more tech-heavy German rivals. For 2025, the LS 500 still clings to its charm with a twin-turbo V6 pushing out 416 horsepower and 442 pound-feet of torque. Rear-wheel drive comes standard, but all-wheel drive is available for those wanting more grip. It sprints from 0 to 60 miles per hour in 5.0 seconds. Decent, but not exactly thrilling compared to V8-powered alternatives. Lexus quietly upped the price by $1,000, starting the lineup at $81,685, stretching to $160,560 for a fully loaded hybrid. Here's where the LS tries to flex. Comfort. The luxury package piles on 28-way massaging seats, semi-aniline leather, a touchscreen in the rear armrest, and enough climate control zones to refrigerate a charcuterie board. But here's the twist. It adds nearly $15,000, erasing most of the value argument. Meanwhile, the hybrid version, the LS 500h, priced at $105,560, delivers underwhelming gains. 354 horsepower, a CVT that feels like molasses, and a 0-60 time of 5.6 seconds. Despite marginally better fuel economy, up to 31 mpg highway in real-world testing, it struggles to justify the steep premium. Inside, the LS spoils with soft leather, beautiful wood accents, and an intuitive 12.3-inch touchscreen finally freed from the clunky touchpad. Yet for all that pampering, the overall interior still lacks the harmonious design seen in the Genesis G90 or the BMW 7 Series. Lexus hasn't lost its edge in reliability and value, but in the performance arena, it's clearly being outgunned. Number 1. Audi A6. The 2025 Audi A6 doesn't scream for attention, it whispers class. Understated on the outside, but packed with substance, this mid-size luxury sedan starts at $59,395 and climbs to $74,645, depending on how deep into comfort and tech a buyer wants to go. At the heart of it all is a choice between a competent 261 horsepower four-cylinder and a far more compelling 335 horsepower turbo V6. That V6 makes merging feel like a polite shove and clocked 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 4.8 seconds. That's quick, but the BMW 540i and Mercedes-Benz E450 still edge it out by fractions of a second. Inside, the A6 is pure finesse. Rich materials meet a modern layout with leather, real wood, and intuitive touchscreen controls that don't feel like a gimmick. Even those skeptical of digital everything will appreciate the haptic feedback and customizable interface. Storage? Impressive. 6 carry-ons in the trunk and 20 with the rear seats folded, outdoing both the Benz and BMW. Fuel economy is another surprise. The V6 version managed 32 mpg on the highway, matching the four-cylinder's EPA rating and beating the Benz and BMW in real-world testing. For tech lovers, the Premium Plus 55 trim, priced at $68,595, is the sweet spot. It includes Bang & Olufsen sound, wireless charging, adaptive cruise, and a 360-degree camera system. Add the executive package, and things like ventilated seats and 4-zone climate control elevate the ride to luxury lounge levels. For those who value sophistication without showiness, the A6 delivers quietly but confidently. If you enjoyed this breakdown of the most reliable luxury sedans worth owning after warranty, don't forget to hit that like button, share it with fellow car lovers, and subscribe for more no-nonsense car reviews and smart buying guides. We've got more underrated gems and surprising matchups coming your way, so stay tuned.